fix the Black Band's Legion here. This is Goon Station, which if you go in beyond is goon2.goonhub.com:26200. Oh, I'm the chief engineer. Yeah, all right, let's do this. Attention crew. By that I mean the crew that matters. Engineering crew, prepare for hellburn. Get me one plasma on hot loop, one on cold loop. Let's do this. Let's fucking try. Let's see where we can go, huh? Let's see what we can do. The worst we can do is blow up the station. The best we can do is blow up half the station. I'm going to throw this book there, symbolically. I'm going to throw some money on it because it's a dirty whore, and it doesn't need me. I don't need it. I've moved beyond. So what we're going to do is throw that shit in there. Yeah. Here's how this works. Sub-CE construction reporting. Am I the only guy working here? Fuck. I'll get this working. I know how this engine works. This is Cog 1. To me, this is what Goon Station is. Cog 2 would be fantastic with 90 people, if it didn't lag. And Cog 2's engine is black fucking magic. I don't know what it does. I don't know how it works. I've blown it up 100 times. I've started more fires on Goon 2's engine, or Cog 2's engine, than any other engine. I just know that I don't like it, and it's the devil. It's the absolute devil, and I think it's the devil, and you shouldn't play with it. But this engine, oh yes, this engine I know very well. So if I blow this up, that's on me. That is on me. Purge pumps. Who needs that? Who needs that nerd shit? Pumps are on. That's how pumps work. You're gonna upgrade that bar. That's how you do that. You get that good goon. You gotta get that good goon. On Goon, there's farts, and they are at trace gas, which means you can actually, well, you can, make a gas chamber of farts, which is pretty cool. You can also, take one of them atmospheric scrubber there's one of them doodads, and, you can do horrible, horrible fucking things with that gas scrubber. And I mean horrible fucking things. Today, I hope I get a star stone. Oh, wait, I don't want that one open. Well, you can get whatever you want, but, you know, wishing one hand, shit in the other. Welcome to Goon Station, fucko. Alright, you know what? This is where I want the spacesuit. Because I know what's going to happen. I know really what's going to happen, so I'm going to put that on. I'm going to check in my backpack. I'm going to take that fucker out, and I can't put it in there because it's too big. That's what she said. I'm going to take these on. I'm going to put those up. I'm going to take this guy. This is a little flashlight friend, and you're going to need him at some point when the lings are in the dark and everyone's going to try to kill you. So we're going to put on the spacesuit. We're going to put on the space helmet. We're going to put on the space tank of... Oh, shit. There's my old mining helmet, my old engineer helmet with a lamp on it. And I'm going to put this on here. You know, here's a good question. Which of the Randolph P. Checkers iterations do you like most? Corporate Liaison Randolph P. Checkers, Chief Engineer Randolph P. Checkers, Hellburn Extraordinaire, or the old series where I was like Quartermaster 24/7 on TG. There's also a pretty good Quartermaster on VG, all things considered. Okay, Monkey, you're going in the engine. Come on, bud. We're gonna go explore heat. Tell me, Monkey, have I ever told you the parable of Darth Plagueis the Burned? Well, it's not a Jedi tale. Would you like some industrial suits when I have... Sure. Alright, let's go ahead and... Oh, come on. Get out of here. Need to get this bitch running. Need to get it running. Alright, there we go. Got that. We're gonna turn on the plasma. I mean, I've played him... Oh, thing. Cool. Hook it up. Up here. We're gonna point. Is he typing? You might grab the RCD from EVA. Yeah, I will. Get more cuts that way. It's true. Alright, let's let that flood for a minute. Open hot and cold loops. Let the combustion chamber fill a minute. And I'll set the pump to a really low setting because you wanna kind of loosey-goosey this. Oh, cool. Yeah, he's doing it right. But let's set this down to like 70. Yeah. I may have just bumped him off that, which is my bad. Pump status online, and we're just gonna let that slowly turn on. And yeah, I'll get the RCD from EVA while someone in there is doing some bad stuff, and that's none of my business. I'm just chief engineer on my way about town. Now, if you want, you can get a super RCD from your boys in construction if they're on the ball. You see Sam Starfall around, he'll usually hook you up with the super duper new and improved RCD, and he'll help you out because he's a pretty cool guy like that. He's a nice guy. So I'm gonna take this guy. I'm going to take my RCD. I'm going to just start putting stuff in there. CE. Oh, there's Sam Starfall. Hey, what's up?
Hey, switch a map. Map vote.
Want to boogie on down to Mech Lab? I can give you an RCDD instead. Yeah, maybe in a bit. We got trouble a-brewing. Gonna be great. There is a guy who actually tried using the new fart mechanics to suck a bunch of farts out with that air scrubber and then hold them, and he managed to get a lot, and then he powered the engine with farts. That was impressive, and I'm probably gonna give that a go. Might try to just squeeze farts into the engine and see what happens. He said he got it up to about 56 billion degrees, which is nice. I don't know what that guy's doing. Oh, he's putting things down. He's doing his thing. I ain't too terribly worried. Alright, let's go ahead and put the RCD into deconstruct mode, which usually makes it very, very angry. And we're going to just start making cuts. I'm carrying this around with me because I need the little matter cartridges, and, you know, I mean, that helps. You need it. Now, I've made my cuts there, which is good. I also love that there's an ammo counter on the thing now, which is really nice. Wow. Trying to scare a map vote out of people. Good luck, bud. Alright, now that I'm going to make some of these cuts here, so the heat doesn't kill us all. It'll kill us all. But, you know, it's just one of those things you got to work on. Heat being heat, you have to understand that that's how it all works. Heat is unpredictable for many people, and I've learned in Goon that heat is just an inevitability. You're going to burn, or you're going to drown, or you're going to, you know, burst into flames, or you're gonna freeze to death. You're gonna be one of these many things, and you know, you got to make your peace with that. You can't be afraid or upset. And that monkey's about to cook. That monkey's really about to cook. I'm making another cut there, and that's fine. The engine can spool up nice and slow, but we're going to try to create as many air gaps in the hot loop as possible before I kick this bitch into overdrive, and then we start to see, holy shit, what the fuck is going on. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in Hellburn is to put oxygen in this loop, because then you'll get a fucking detonation in the pipes. And believe me, if you are a trader engineer and you want to fuck up the engineering crew or keep them off your back, that's a pretty good way to do it. But if you're a trader engineer, it's better to hotwire the engine. And if you want to hotwire the fucking engine, the best way to do that, the best way to learn how, is there is this wonderful YouTube video, wonderful YouTube video done by one of the greatest goon-engineers of all time, and his name is Yorp. And the episode is called Danger, Danger, High Voltage, I think. And his video is so fucking awesome. This guy was one of the greatest goon-engineers of all time. I was a huge fan of his, and then he just stopped making videos. I think he just got tired of Goon Station or whatever. And, you know, that's how it works. Ignition. We got ignition. I'll keep making cuts. When this turns over, open that vent. Oh, yeah, explosions, none of my business. That was mining. Okay, cool. As long as my pipes aren't ruptured, I don't give a fuck. I mean, that's the thing. As long as my pipes aren't ruptured, I won't give a fuck. That's just it's not my business. Some will say that was engineering's fault or that is engineering's problem, but I got an engine to run and I got a crew to handle the bitch work. Thanks. I may need it. That's the Super RCD, you know? Damn door. Yeah. Alright, there we go. Thanks, bud. I'm gonna cut like 500 holes. Here. Take both of the old ones and go fix mining. Okay? That's your thing. And fart box, eh? Okay, here's an idea. Collect them farts. Collect them. I will run them into the engine. Okay? Let's do an experiment. I want to see what happens. I mean, he's with me, so this is going to be great. Alright, so once that is all done, let's put this on airlock, deconstruct. There we go. This is the handy-dandy Rapid Construction Device Deluxe, and this is the one that's a little faster, uses less matter, and can hold more matter for the cartridges. So you can make cuts like crazy with this thing. And if you need it, you need to go speak and make friends with the guys in construction. Now, as a trainer, this device is a devil. But back to what I was saying about engineering shenanigans. If you want to create some engineering shenanigans that are horrific, and I do mean horrific, what I would recommend, above all things, is hot wiring the engine, which Yorp was a master at. He was a really cool guy. He was a great fucking goongineer. And whatever it is, I wish him the best. He was a fantastic goongineer, one of the best ones. I mean, he could set up to Hellburn by himself every time with no effort. Like, just no effort whatsoever. And it didn't faze him. He wasn't a guy who was like, okay, we gotta do this. Fuck, someone fucked with me. He would just go, okay, cool. Just very monotone voice. You'd hear him just sitting there drinking his beverage and having a good time. Having a good old time. I mean, he's one of the greats, so I'd recommend that. All right. Now that we're making cuts out the ass. By the way, there's another reason for these cuts, and that is to prevent someone from getting in here. So if you have someone wander in here without a spacesuit, they find themselves with a oopsie-whoopsie or a fucky-wucky problem, and they end up in the forever box. And the forever box is where you go when you make a fucky-wucky. These are words that I'm using instead of saying suffocate to death and collapse into space-time, or anything else that can happen. So, I'm just going to run this thing, and we get the engine petering. I have not yet opened a valve, I believe. So I'm going to go do that here real quick. Alright, that one's open. We got pressure in the main. Is that vent open? Okay, you got the vent open. Monkey's out in space, and it's nice and crisp. You want your monkey nice and crisp. Alright, so she's rolling. Secure area. Yeah, most of the time. I mean, most of the time. Do we have anyone starting the engine? I'm on it. It's gonna be a slow burn. Relax. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Embrace Zorg. So look, we got a nice slow burn. We're making kilowatts. Kilowatts is not a lot. Now, when you look into reactors, you've got like the RBMK, you know, which you guys will know from Chernobyl, but that's a positive void coefficient reactor, you know, from the Soviet Union. It's like 1950s, 1960s technology. They're not great reactors, but, you know, they could make pretty decent power, and that's 3,200 megawatts at capacity. I was wrong one time where I had estimated it was like 1,000, but I mean, they could run at 3,200 megawatts, and that's pretty decent. Little sub-reactors and ship reactors make a lot less, but the thing is that, you know, on a space station, a megawatt would probably be okay. A few megawatts would be ideal, but what we're about to do is going to go beyond that. So a megawatt is probably good enough for a space station with 50 people. If efficiently used, I think that would be more than enough power. We're going to go beyond that. Want me to bring those suits to the front door? Sure. I'll meet you there in a second. But what I'm doing here is slowly throttling the engine up. I've turned all the pump's pressure really low because I want this to be a nice slow burn, not an uncontrolled explosion, which will happen later. The uncontrolled explosion will happen later. And don't worry about it. This is all part of the effect. So I'm just going to make some cuts because I'm knocking everything out and I want everything to be a nice, as close to vacuum as possible. That's what I want. And it'll be great. There we go. There we go. I've got a lot of cuts. I mean, this is an excessive amount of cuts. But, what's he laying? Industrial. Oh. Industrial space helmet. Well. Engines on. Worry not. I'm going to put on the fancier helmet. Because, see, this helmet, heat resist 5, resist cold 20, right? So this one is heat resist, or cold resist 25, but you're looking at damages. Resistance radiation is 50. You got to look at these things. You got to, oh my God, get out. Just, there you go. You know, you got to look at these disorient resists and so on and so forth. So we're getting slightly better equipment. But, well, let's look at this. Let's see. He says thank. Resistance viral 8850. 25 4. Relayed 4. Hey, this isn't fucking better. This isn't better at all. It just looks cooler. Like a lot of shit in the world. It's not really better. It just looks cooler. Oh no, the armor is. Look at that. Industrial space armor. So CE, what's the plan now? Business as usual. Collect farts. Laugh. Sam. Collect farts. The engine hungers. Well, that's what we need, is we need some farts for the engine. So yeah, this one is better than the other armor, because look, 50, 20, minus 3, 75, 25, minus 2. Alright. Yeah. Resistance radiation. So this is a little better. Not tremendously better, but a little better. But it also looks cooler, which is kind of important. Alright, so yeah. Shit made me drunk. What a time to be alive. I think that's what he's saying. What a time to be alive. So we're at 4 megawatts. 4 megawatts is interesting. She's ramping up quick. I can tell she's heating up really quickly. And I mean really quickly. Yeah, so that's what we're getting. You could probably hear my roommate in the background. He is very loud. Years of working as an aircraft mechanic have made him a little deaf, but he's a really nice guy. And everyone should say, I love you, Mr. Nick. He's my roommate. Now, we're going to just run this engine. Hey, CE. Hey. What's up? I'm making cuts and stuff. What's going on? So, see, this one will hold 15,000 matter units, which is great. I'll wait till you're done. Can I ask you a weird question when you're done? Ooh, he may be a ling. I mean, usually when someone's like, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? That's usually like, hey, I'm going to eat your soul. And I'm like, well, at least he's polite. I mean, he's waiting till I'm done, which is great. So I'm going to just cut some holes and stuff, just to make sure that I'm going to use all the juice in this thing, and then I'm going to throw it back to mechanics and be like, there you go, bud. I want to do my best to protect the station from my own problems, which right now are extensive, but we're going to feed farts into the engine in one of these bleed pipes, and we're going to see what happens. Because at a certain point, you have more than enough power, and then, you know, it's alright. What the fuck is moving the walls then? Something about a tablet, you're doomed? Yeah, this sounds like science to me. Now see, these are extra pipes that go a long ways around the station, and I believe these go to the purge lines, and I don't know everything about goongineering, but I know that they're not necessary to open. So I've made the mistake in the past of filling all this with gas and then getting the pressure up way higher than I want when everything heats up, and that's a big fucking boo-boo. You don't want to make a big fucking boo-boo, but yeah, that's sometimes unavoidable. I mean, because sometimes you think you know what you're doing and you don't. That's normal. So I'm making an excessive amount of cuts here, and I know. But let's just hope that guy doesn't kill me, because that would be unfortunate. It's not terrible, but it's not unfortunate. Now, I also know one of these hotlines will go to the sauna, so I've fucked that up before and bathed some people in maybe a lot of gas, and they all died and burst into flames. So that does happen, and you have to be okay with an occasional whoopsie. So we're at 24 megawatts, which you can also check on your PDA, and I'll show you how to do that. I want to see more people playing Goon in Space Station 13, not less. Also, I will tell you this much. Yes, I'm quite familiar with Unity Station. I've been following it for a long time. I'd offered to help publicize it a bit, but it turns out they don't need me for publicizing. They've had a lot of streamers and cool people check it out, so it is getting some cool publicity, and people are seeming enjoying it because it runs like a stabbed rat. CE, choose an asteroid to pull. Viscerite, Koshmarite, or Erebite. 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 I mean, fuck. Look, just do whatever. All right. So yeah, I'm not gonna get involved in it. Oh, we got a break in the lines, but at this point it doesn't matter because I think we got a runaway. Aeropite, says that guy. Okay, yeah, we got a break in the lines there. I'm gonna try to fix this real quick because breaks are gonna happen, but breaks are one of those things where you know you're doing. God, breaks are one of those things where it will happen. You don't have to worry about it at a certain point. Fun, boy. I love handling highly dangerous material. Wow. So we got a guy that's drunk. We got a guy that's mining. As you can see, I'm boiling right now. But yeah, Unity Station runs like a stabbed rat from what I can see. It just fucking runs and runs and runs. It is a shame that all people are using it for is flying shuttles into it and giggling, but I also think maybe that's all there is to do right now. I see a lot of promise in it because it handles something as complex as a shuttle hitting the station at full force really well. And I've spoken with a few people. Hippie told me that if someone is outside in space and they cut a hole in, like you see on TG, like 10 times out of 10, someone float up in a spacesuit and raid the armory because space wind in TG is just like a gentle fart. It's not that strong. What you see that's really funny is because this has like really high-speed atmos and everything else, someone will cut a hole in that and then it just blows them out into space and they die because they've just decompressed a room. So that's fucking hilarious. All right, so let's check our power output here. Oh, whoops. No one saw that. 76 megawatts and rising. 76 megawatts and rising. Let's go ahead and check this. We're at 32% in charging. What's up? Let's see if he wants to have that conversation now. Okay. You had something on your mind? Karth has something to say. It's a really weird thing. Okay. Can I have your left leg? Well, I'd kinda... I'll give you a cool item. Well... Okay. And I'll get you a spare one. Okay. If you get me a nice one, like a robot leg, I'll give you this if you get me a robot leg. That's nice. And you have to attach it. Wow, am I having trouble typing today? Am I having a strunk? Is Jim's Bant having strength? Okay. Fair's fair. You asked nicely. You asked nicely. God, one of the guys in the Legion is attributing his defeating cancer to my healing powers. Bast in the Legion is known as Immortal Bast, and he had cancer twice, and he's pulled through both times. Actually, I'll get the legs first. Sounds good, bud. Deal. I'll be running the engine. But no, Bass survived twice, and he said that watching my videos is what helped him pull through, and he says that I have an amazing healing touch. So I said, if you can say I have an amazing healing touch, I can say that you have immortal powers derived from Zorg. And we both agreed to just kind of make jokes and laugh, and he's a really cool fan, and so much so that he said he wanted to come out and visit, and I said, sure. So we're going to hang out on the 4th of July, which is going to be pretty neat. And I said, well, we're going to go shooting, we're going to have fun, and we're going to, like, grill some meat and maybe watch some fucking movies and stuff. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Bast is pretty fucking cool. He did have a little bit of an annoyance when I was like, you have immortal powers, you are unkillable. And he's like, don't say that. And I was like, you're the guy who says I have miracle powers for healing you. And he's like, well, fair. And we had this conversation, but I'm glad he's fucking pulling through. He's tough as fucking nails, and he's a really cool guy. He repairs, is his, like, gig, is his job. He has a really cool fucking job. He repairs old pinball machines and old arcade machines. He knows how to do all that, you know, soldering and fixing and sourcing and finding parts, and he's fucking badass at it, because he'll be posting pictures in the Discord about, you know, here's how you do this and here's how you do that, and I've read them all, and I'm like, God, I wish I had skills like that, because, you know, I always considered myself at best an apprentice gunsmith, where I would listen to the advice of others and continue to try to learn, you know. But I'm willing to bet, even if I'd stayed gunsmithing, even though that was a very brief period of my life, if I'd stayed doing that, I probably would still consider myself a nobody, just mainly because of the point of you should always be learning. You should always see yourself as not an expert, but as a journeyman. Just trying to learn your way through life, and trying to figure out new and better ways to innovate and craft, you know, hone your craft. I'm making excessive cuts. If you walk into an engine room that looks like this and the CM is not holding this device, you know that someone has fucked the engine up. However, if you walk into the engine room and you see the CM is holding this device and just blowing holes in the floor, just stay out of his way, because he's brain damaged or crazy like I am. Bast just messaged me, so I'm going to say hi. Hi, Bast. I am Spaceman right now, looking forward to the 4th of July. We'll hang and have fun. But yeah, I don't understand why, like, some creators don't talk to people like people. Because I want to be talked to like a people. I don't want to be talked to as, like, some famous guy, because I'm not. Believe me, if you think I'm famous, you have a very skewed concept of famous. I don't want to be seen as a great man or anything like that. I just want to be seen as a guy, a spaceman. Guy who enjoys his 2D farty pixel simulator. Speaking of, Sam, Where's my farts? I want them in that engine. Now, at a certain point, some people are going to be trying to chase these pipe breaks, and I've made that mistake in the past. You should never, ever, ever, ever chase pipe breaks. Yeah, so the SMES is all the way up. Now, here's the thing, by the way, if you want to look at power checker, there we go. There's our inlet loop. So we're at 388 megawatts. We're tacking up pretty good. At a certain point, pipes break. There's nothing you can do about it. All right, next thing we're gonna learn is, wow, 400. It's jumping quick. All right, so we're gonna turn on charging. We're gonna put it in megawatts, and we're gonna put in 50. No, we're gonna put in 300 because it's tacking quick. So we're gonna let this charge for a little bit, so we get a backlog of energy in it, and that's just what I like to do in case we have a power interruption, i.e., this explodes. All right, I'm back. I had a bit of a sneeze, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a big one." So it's getting so hot in here, it's actually burning me. But at a certain point, you're gonna have some problems, and things can happen, and you just gotta roll with it. Sam's not responding. We're at 500 megawatts and tacking up real quick. Now we're running oxygen rich, which is probably wise. I've seen people try to run it on pure oxygen. I've seen people try to run it on a lot of things, which is probably not wise, but fuck it, you know what I mean? But yeah, goongineering is about experimentation. I think everybody should try to be a goongineer. If you can hell burn, you're cool in my book. Alright, so we're having a problem because this loop here is so hot it will kill you. So I have to run through there very quickly, but I'm kind of using these back channels here because I'm not an idiot. Now once this engine is charged up a little bit, this PTL, I'm going to make more money than God, and I might even give some to the station. But yeah, this PTL is about to get stupid good. Speaking of, warning! Warning crew, I am about to turn the PTL on. You should warn people because they will walk into the laser, and the higher this thing goes, the more you're going to explode. So it's just one of those things. Yeah, Bass says he's arms deep in a 1970 pinball machine. He's awaiting medical transport because he's got to go in and get some tests done to make sure the cancer is really super turbo gone, which is fucking awesome. How spicy that PTL gonna be? It's gonna be real spicy. But yeah, everyone wish Bass the best because he's fucking cool. And he doesn't give up. And I'd find that admirable as hell. And yeah, alright, so here we are. And okay, we're gonna pump that up to 750 megawatts. 750 megawatts. Alright, yeah, I check the SMES units in the sim, blah, 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 blah. Don't worry about it. All right, we're going to put the output at 750 now that it's got, you know, a lot. We're going to, okay, we're going to open the shutters, and we're going to turn this on. And boom. All right, laser, and now. Laser is on. Laser is on. God help you if you walk into it. Alright, so yeah, 20,000 credits it's made, and 25,000 credits it's made, so let's not go in and check the engine there. Alright, CE, I am ready when you are. Okay, let me adjust power here on the PTL, and we can meet to do the thing. And yeah, I mean, I know what he's doing. He's got like thief objectives or what have you, and he's technically an antag, but he's being really polite, so I don't give a fuck. All right, so we're going to put it 65,000 credits. Look at that. Look at that, 70,000 credits. So we're going to put this at 1 gigawatt output there. And a gigawatt is 1,000 megawatts. How cool is that, I think? Hot loop. Fart box is almost done. Just needs power. What's up? Oh, yeah, he wants to meet in the hot loop. Okay, cool. Alright. Alright. Here we are. Let's do this. I got an engine to run. Oh, he's got trader items for me. That's nice. Alright, so what do we got? Oh, a suppressed pistol box. Huh. Nice gun. Cool. I mean, you know, make deals. It's all about deals. Yeah, all yours. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. A little 22. Catcher of the Black Pants Legion has a 22. He's got a really sweet 22. He's got a Ruger 22. He just kind of tuned the shit out of, and it's got the Volquartsen like drop-in trigger, and he's got a bunch of other nice shit in it. And I think that's neat. Okay, do your worst, bud. Let's get this over with. I got an engine to run. This might sting a bit. Hell, it happens. But, you know, but I do appreciate you taking the time to be a very nice sociopath. That's just kind of nice. So he stunned me. I don't think he meant to, but that's okay. He's putting me on the table, or tabling, as it's common. Here, I'll just I'll rest and make this easy for him. Oh, hey, cake in the bar. Yeah, so this'll be nice. After that, maybe get me a slice of that cake. I'd really like some of that bar cake. The hell? Oh dear. PDA bombs. I should be omping on you. Oh. Well, it's not working. You are stabbing me, though. I mean, that's what happens. He's trying to cut my leg off. It's not working. I'm not seeing a leg fly off. He says he's sorry, you know, and that happens. Well, this has been something bad. So what do we do, bud? I mean, you know. What do we do, bud? What do we do? Do. We just got PDA bomb, janitor to bar. You're fine now. I fixed you up. Thanks, bud. Keep the gun. All right, I will. Oh, stay away from the PTL. You know, it's gonna be not great. And let's get back to engine run. Yeah. We need those farts from Sam badly. Of course. See, it's one of those things, you know, you can get a nice little transaction. Okay, we're at 5 gigawatts. It needs some spice at this point. It needs some serious spice. Oh, we got brakes in that line. That means it's getting that hot. So let's put the input at 5, and let's put the output at 5. Oh, and a monkey walked into there, and there's pieces of a guy and some smudge marks and explosions. I warned them. I've also made 420. Nice. A lot of credits. 420,000. Oh, wow. Laser slices off limbs. So, yeah, at this point, there's no fixing these pipes. And the goon pipes will leak a certain amount. They will leak a certain amount, but enough pressure gets through that it doesn't fucking matter. So don't worry about that. If you're a goon engineer, you don't worry about that. You just keep going. You have to get pressure high enough. You have to get the temperature high enough. You have to keep everything running. You have to be dedicated to your burn. And that's the thing. You can't give up. You gotta keep going. Now, some people have asked about Goon. They're like, what are all these achievements? There's some crazy shit on Goon. And one of those is the Solarium, which I'm not going to talk about. But Let's just say there's a bunch of hidden keys all over Goon Station, including on alternate dimensions that you can reach with a teleporter. And if you put all these magical keys into a certain place that you discover in the right order, you might actually unlock a secret. Or it may lead to other secrets, and you can even restart the server through it. I'm only giving you a taste of what you might find, but it's out there. It's out there. 10 gigawatts, yeah, is good. But I want 1,000,000. So, where's my farts, Sam? Where's my farts? I want my farts. I want them. Oh yeah. I want my farts. I want them, and I'm just going to keep cutting lines until this thing runs out. 20 space bucks, he's dead. Yeah. Probably. Now, some people are going to wonder why I cut so much in here. It's because these will heat up and explode. They will detonate. It is fucking horrific. Don't do it. Don't forget to cut in this room, or the doors to this room are right outside this room. Do not let these blow up, because that is, well, okay, you know what? If you like explosions, I definitely would. But if you want to cause a fuel explosion, don't fight your way into engineering to do it. Go down to toxins like a Baus, and go do it there. Toxins needs a little spice now and then. So look at these. Wow. That's pretty hot. All right, we're at 17 gigawatts and rising at this point. We don't need to worry about power. There's no corpses left because this laser has melted them. So let's go ahead and put them at 20. And yeah, that's going to be pretty much refresh. Yeah, we're at 20 now. So we're going to put it at 20, and we're going to put it at 20. And we're just going to run it up. 685,000 credits. We're making some money. We're probably going to break 1,000,000 credits. I mean, this should be no problem. The PTL is making more money than God. Attention crew, the PTL is making more money than God. There's my farts. He did it with the teleporter. All right, he's got them in here. Oh, yeah. Yes. Plug it in. Oh, we're in such great shape here. Okay, we've that can is spent, so we're gonna go ahead and just keep this going. Only 6,000 kPa, or only let's look at it. No, 6 kPa. That's it. All right, fuck it. Let's see what farts do. All right, you plugged it to the port. Yeah, disconnected. Wait. You connected it. All right, good. All right, do it to it. All right, let's put those farts in the engine. All right, kPa is dropping. kPa is dropping. Let's go ahead and say, yeah. All right, nice. Six kPa. That's not a lot of farts. We had it up to 2,500 kPa the other day. We went into one of the side rooms in Cog 2's engineering, and we were just farting up a fucking hurricane in this one of the small rooms. We're all smoking and passing a joint. One guy took his mask off to smoke the joint, and he puked like a gallon of puke. It was fucking great. I think he died. Anyways, power has dropped to 500 kilowatts. What? No. No, it's yo-yoing. Watch out. Pranked. 36 gigawatts and climbing. So the farts may have been a catalyst. We need more farts. Alright, I'm starting to take damage in here in the cold loop room. Okay. Yeah, okay. Attention crew, this engine is now run by farts. I need more farts for my engine. I'm gonna spike this engine with even more plasma. We're just gonna run this bitch up. Now I gotta be careful because all these pipes are broken. This is like the temperature of the sun, so you gotta run through these places very quickly. Because you can sit there and think you know what you're doing, and then you end up dead. And that is not a good... Oh, yeah, see that? There's Kurt Baker. Kurt Baker walked in here, and he got a little bit of angry juice on him, and now he's Explodo. He's going to melt. I'll put the fire out in a minute, Kurt. I've got something I got to do here, which is get this engine running. All right, more gas. Praise Zorg. I'll put him out. I know that's an anti-Zorg measure here, but I need to put Kurt out. Okay, Kurt, we can't have people on fire in the engine room. It's bad for morale. Is he trying to say something? He's probably trying to say put me out. Stop it, Kurt. Oh, I see. Kurt's got something up with him. Well, fuck me for trying. It's not my fault I'm on fire. Okay, fine. Well, I tried to help. Those are the words I'm going to use. I tried to help. Okay, we're almost about to push 100 gigawatts. I can kick this engine up a notch. Give it that little Emerald Legacy kick, you know what I mean? So we're going to put it at 100 in, and we're going to put it at 100 out. And we're at 1,000,000 credits. Oh, someone put a banana peel on that. That's a tricky fucker right there. All right, so we're at 1.035 million credits. Yeah. All right. Can you mail a deconstruction device to Botany? Sam. I need my farts, goddammit. I need more farts, Sam. Now, we're at 170 gigawatts. We're running away now. The engine is starting to really run away. So 150 in, 100 out. And we'll just wait, because this laser is going to become so dangerous that if you yeet people into this laser at this point, they're done. All right. Yes, sir, I have a box ready. You just got to power up the teleporter, and it works, and I'm doing that right now. I want my farts, Sam. You promised me farts. So, yeah. Ooh, careful. Remember, Mr. Tex needs to follow his own advice, which is to not be in there because it's very spicy in there. It's very, very spicy warm. Oh, yeah. What am I doing? I need this guy. You might be wondering why this whole station is so quiet. It's not. I've been walking around in a vacuum for a bit. Here there's enough air for me to actually hear things moving around and doing stuff. But as soon as I walk in here, as you can hear, I'm farting like crazy, and no one can hear me. Because in space, no one can hear you fart. Unless you walk into a room with air, then they can hear you blast ass all day. We're going to continue our experiment of just cramming farts into this engine. And, cramming farts into an engine is an interesting experiment. And I would have done anything. If someone said, hey, I've got a tank of beer, let's put this in the engine. Sure, let's see what happens. Once we got things running, I don't care. I really don't give a shit once we got things running. Notice these have not run dry yet. That means you're doing it right. If these guys don't run dry while you're in a hellburn, you're doing it okay. And look, these pipes are broken everywhere, but at a certain point, the pressure becomes so high, it doesn't matter, even if half the gas leaks out. The rest of the pressure ramming through this thing is fine. It's fine. Everything is good right now. I mean, the pressure is off the charts, and the heat is probably 400 suns. But, sometimes it's about the little things. By little things, I mean space. By space, I mean farty spacemen. So I'm sitting there cutting all this open. I'm trying to make this work. I need my farts, Sam. Sam, where's my farts? Scary ghost. Scary ghost. Cute. What's up? Fortress engine. Yeah, do it. Sam, where's my goddamn farts for my engine? I want my engine farts. All right, we're at 870 gigawatts. We're about to touch over into some fun territory. So this is where all your accounts will start saving your life. So now we're going to get into terawatts, and then after that's petawatts, and then I think yada and exa and a few other things. I may be off because you're talking like crazy layers of power to where you start getting into like Kardashev scale civilization and stuff. All right, I'm currently stuck in a wall waiting for the deconstruction device. I'll be there, Sam. Botany, you say? All right, so we're gonna put it at 1 terawatt, and we're gonna check. Yeah, we're at 1 terawatt, and we're gonna do a terawatt outro. All right, so we're gonna do 1 terawatt outro, and yeah, so we're gonna. Whoa, yeah, that laser's that's a spicy laser. All right, Hop already has it. No, I'm coming over there. I'm coming over to there because I want my fucking farts. Actually, I'm gonna make some cuts here. Because I don't want people in here. I hear that out there. I hear people fucking fighting shit. It's not my business. Alright, that's what this is about. I'm just making a moat of dead air. CE. What? What is this? Found bouillon in a crate. Oh yeah, they may have a ghost or something. I used it. Cool. To buy a shitload of bees. That's that bear from Ski Free. Oh my god, get out of my way. Nice. Yeah, someone's trying to keep a ghost out. Looks like they've had some fun up here. Alright, let's go to Botany and bail Sam out because, you know, that's what we gotta do. Alright, here we go. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-ba-dum-ba. That sounds normal. Alright. Sam. I'm outside of, Botany. Oh, alright, cool. Where's Sam? Oh, there he is. Making sure that's Sam. Yeah, it is. Where's my fucking farts? I want my farts. I said fart. I keep saying... Is my T key not working? He's pointing. I cannot... Okay, it works if I lean into it. I cannot pronounce the T in farts because I want the farts so bad. Okay, fine. Teleport in there. I'll show you what's what. I'm just gonna fucking... You know, come on, Botany. Alright, you know what? No, I don't have time for this. I'm just gonna take the wall out. Botany, I'm sorry, but fuck you. I'm just removing your wall. Don't worry about it. No one's gonna steal your weed. Alright, there we go. Someone's just driving a clown car around. I mean, that's what they want to do. That's fine. I'm doing my thing. I'm the chief engineer. I'm allowed to take things apart. Wow. Free me from these cursed pipes or be doomed to have me haunt the subfloors of the shuttle for all eternity. No, it sounds like you got in there for a reason, and I'm not gonna bother you. I need my farts, Sam. I want my farts. And I don't care that you had to build your own fart chamber by Botany. But I know that I'm going to cram farts in the fucking engine. And that's what I'm going to do. Alright, what's this engine at? Yeah, we're at 7.835 terawatts. Now, when you get into terawatts, you're pretty much making a hell burn. So we're going to take this up to 7 as the input, and we're going to do 7 as the output. And yeah, look at my income there. This is probably what it feels like to be Jeff Bezos, just sitting there. Looking like a fucking Bond villain. I used to sell books, now I run the universe. 10. Alright, so we're running up to 10. And, nice. Let's run this up to 10. 10 terawatts in. I mean, stored capacity. Damn. Terajoules. Yeah. So, 1.77 million. Alright, 13 terawatts. Really good. Alright. Alright, I'm about to yell at Sam again. I want my fucking farts. I'm willing to shoot him for him. Oh, whoa. Okay, someone just exploded. Yeah, the PTL is on, and I did warn them. It's kind of cool. Did a ghost break my lights? Because that's awful. That's just awful. That's rude. And I'm going to have to replace these lights. I'll just throw that in the thing and don't worry about it. You know, I really wish ghosts wouldn't do that. I'm just trying to run a fucking station, and you don't understand how... Oh, wow, someone built a fucking wall. They don't want someone to come in there. Or the girder got blown in there, and that's just what's happened. So I'm going to go this way, and, oh, there's someone spinning around, acting all crazy. Oh, he's building a fortress. That's what he's doing. That's why he asked if it was okay. Alright, well, let's just take one of these light tubes out here. I don't want to be the guy who takes the whole box and uses one. That's just rude. So here we go. And, yeah, so he's building a fortress. It's a B-plasm girder. He's building a fortress out of engineering. And this is one of those things, you know, Enginetopia, one of the many states of Space Station 13. Or Engineeria, or Greater Ingistan, if you want. But yeah, someone was out there floating around, and they touched that, and it is Gibbs. It is John Johnson. That's his hair, that's his arm, these are his guts, there's his upper torso, and it just blew him all over. That happens. You know, sometimes in space shit happens. Alright, so we're going to turn this up to 30. I am calling the emergency shuttle yes. I don't know, man. We got a lot of not really necessary. Yeah, well, this is what happens. You're going to condemn me to become a pipe monster? Probably, but check this out. We're just making money now. Yeah, we're running at terawatts. It's really hard to run this engine up, or the PTL up more than terawatts, but you can. You just gotta wait. So we're gonna do this, and we got it up to almost 50 terawatts, and then when we start getting into the 100 range, that's where you start seeing some crazy power yo-yos, as it just goes completely off the scale, which is great. So we're gonna put this at 50. We're gonna put this at 50. And then one guy's a pipe monster, which is great. You know, sometimes you gotta be a pipe monster. Don't worry about it. Alright, Sam, I need my farts now. I can't wait much longer, Sam. Oh, wow. Sawyer Spock just exploded. That happens. It looks like it took out the scaffolding, which is pretty cool. I'm just coated in blood. I'm a fucking monster. We're at 70, so we're going to knock this up to 75. We're going to knock this up to 75? Yeah, let's do 75 and 75. Because they're going to just call that shuttle. Alright. See, you use the teleport and engineering without your mag boots on, and you'll be inside the fart box. Alright. Where's my Oh, wow, that exploded in there. Nice. Good old brick. I don't see where your teleport is. Sam, where's the teleporter? My God, we got explosions everywhere. This is great. This is great. I mean, shit's exploding. There's fires. I mean, this is kind of what I wanted. I just wanted a little bit of chaos. Just a little bit of chaos. So we're going to just put that hole there and make one more hole. It should be fine. Oh, yeah. What do we got here? Navigational beacon. Nice. Could you call the shuttle? Security has had enough. Sure, why the hell not? Sam, you spent too long, and now we're not going to get engine farts. I'm staying with the engine. Always stay with your Hellburn. Always. Somebody removed it. Well, this is a shit run. I mean, we only put a handful of farts in the engine, but it seems to like it. Sam, quickly, take this air scrubber. Fill it with farts. Quickly, Sam. Quickly. He's putting together a teleporter. We need this thing over there. He's working quick. Oh, it's working now. We need those farts. It should go now. Well, it might. Oh shit, it just went. Cool. Nice. Alright. This must be the fart chamber. 0 kPa. Where's my farts, Sam? Where's my farts, Sam? Where are they? CE. Yeah, I'm here. Help. Sam, where are my farts? You promised me farts. I am +5 disappointed. I'm +5 disappointed right now. It's empty, Sam. It's empty. We gotta fart like crazy, then we gotta get this back into the engine. We got 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes to fucking fuel this thing. Like crazy. This is 1 kPa. It's not enough. It's not enough. We need more farts for the engine. It's hungry. But we are filling this with farts. Now it's time for Diablo Finger, which the ladies like. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, farts. Alright, so 23, 25 kPa. Alright, look. Look. Okay, okay. I'm taking 1. I'm gonna run it into the engine. Alright, what's this one at? 31 kPa? Alright, fine. Off. Alright, there we go. Sam, you gotta move, bud. Shit. There we go. Stop, pull. Alright, then. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. It's Trixie. Yeah, there, send it. And then I'll go. It's like a puzzle game like Baba Is You, except I'm terrible at it, like all games. Never mind. That was a bad comparison. So we're going to run this bitch into the engine, and it's not many. I would really like to jam more farts in the engine, and this may be a line of inquiry that I follow in the future. All right, connected, on, and 0. Let's just see what happens. Switch on. All right, we're running them in. All right, engine is now running on farts. George killed Clem the snail. All right, this is thermonuclear hot. I have to be very careful because it will kill me very quickly. So much so it's caused the fire doors to drop. Looks like a few more people may have died. And that's what I expected. I mean, this is engineering, and fuck you, it's engineering. So let's see what that's done to the engine. All right. We are only at 1.977 petawatts. So we've moved beyond terawatts. We're in petawatts, and petawatts is really good. We are in prime Hellburn territory, and given enough time, this would actually run really well. So we're going to go ahead and run this at 999 terawatts. And there we go. As you can see, we are in Jeff Bezos mode now. We are making big money.
The escape shuttle has now arrived.
The escape shuttle has now arrived. I won't be on. I ride Hellburns till the end, bitch. Till the end we ride. Oh yeah, that's getting angy. All right. 2 minutes, no, 1 minute 30 till depart. And then after that, it's going to be a few minutes for them to get there. So I'm not going to break any of my own records, because on a Hellburn, you should probably only look at your own records, let's be honest. There's always room for improvement. Something bad is happening outside that's none of my business. It's outside the station, and, you know, that happens. All right, so this thing is devoid of farts. It's power switch off. We're going to pull this away. There we go. And we're going to just jam this bad bitch into the engine. And there we go. All right. Oh, we got more farts. Thank you, Sam. Hook it up. Turn it on. Oh, he just walked away. All right, fine. We need more farts, Sam. We need like a crew farting into this thing to where we get like 12 million power, and then connected and on. We want this to just drop, because that would be it running into the engine. So power switch on. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're just punching farts into this engine like crazy. We'll see what happens. Yes. We need an audience to help us fart into boxes to make a cloud of gas to feed the engine. Now, if you will, let's see what happens. Sorry everything took so long, checkers. I had to find out someone trying to murder me. Yeah, well, a guy trying to take my leg. That happens. Engineering first. There was the entire electrical routing issue. Yeah, I know. Alright, solar flare has passed. Looks like... Have I run out of oxygen? Has it been that long? Oh yeah, KPA is real low. That can happen. Looks like we're having a big old fire here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to put that in there, and we're going to max pressure. Okay, and release valve open. Then we're going to close that release valve. We're going to remove that bitch, and we're going to turn it back on. Now, I'm dying from my burns because this is getting really bad. But you know what? I don't care. Yo. Yeah? What's up? 13 petawatts. Yeah, I'm not going to win any awards. You want to learn a fun, robust trick? Well, is your air low? Yeah, it is. But I just recharged it. You want to see something cool, though? There's mice out there doing flips and shit, you know? Oh, it just exploded. Mouse is detonated by the laser. Come on, 999, 999. Wish I had more options. Grab me, hold on, you're gonna suplex me, but suplex me in the same time you do throw. Yeah. Seen it. Watch this. Boom! Now that was fucking cool. Yeah. Just blew up everything. Detonation. Nice. That's a spicy PTL. Max output. Yeah, blew the wall out and everything. Oh, so nice. Anyways, guys. Max PTL and other tricks.
When we pulled into Cargo Bay and needed shotgun shells, the QM yelled at me to stop a banging on his bell. We wanted some munitions for our glorious valid hunt, but found too late that they just hated us green tiny cunts. And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their war. Now NT doesn't want us anymore. I started as a cargo tech and I had a Cindy's comms, so I did what anyone would do and ordered 20 bombs.
Hey, can I borrow
but
that?
then an engine with a welder hit me and set me ablaze. So cargo set on fire too when the server lagged for days. And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their ore. Now NT doesn't want us anymore. Worked the shift as King Cargo decided to succeed. The cargo techs were sent out to take all the things we need. Foolishly sec challenged us and all of them did fall. The only thing that stopped us was that goddamn shuttle call. And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their ore. Now NT doesn't want us anymore.
Take it from here, Stagger.
I heard those fucking techies were building an engine. They didn't heed my warnings, they constructed an SM. Just to let them know who really is the chief. I cut the power, locked the doors, and now they're all ground beef.
And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their ore. Now NT doesn't want us anymore. Solo!
There we go. Y'all got some yellow gloves I could borrow? Hey, is it cool if I stash this here? Nah, it's fine. I got you.
And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their ore. Now NT doesn't want us anymore. A pizza party is reward enough for all the cargo techs. Might as well still work for this because of their nervous wrecks. Any other suggestion just might be a sight obscene. just another fucking ship on Space Station 13. And we're banned from cargo, everyone. Banned from cargo just for having a little fun. We spent the whole round gearing up and stealing all their ore. Now NT doesn't want us anymore. Because we're job banned.